morning, our names are Lina Paula Rincon,
Natalia Rodriguez,
María Camila Alcina.
and we are going to present educational system. Okay, to start, we are going to present the first country, that is South Korea. South Korea, the results of the PISA exams in 2012 is the 5th place in mathematics, the 5th place in reading, and the 11th place in science. Okay, we are going to say that is one of the best countries in the results of the exam PISA 2012. Okay, here is South Korea. There is located in Eastern Asia. Their capital is Seoul, and the language that they talk is Korean.
Now I'm going to explain the policy of the education in South Korea. The educational policy has been strongly influenced in each society by the great currents of thought, as well by the needs and aspirations of each era. Education's reforms don't arise only as management instrument, but as a policy of expansion and improvement and innovation in education. Educational policy can be improvised, but must be based on two considerations: the reality of the country and the needs of citizens. The population with its human characteristics, historical, traditional, cultural level, the economic system, the existing and developed and demanded professional level. The reform May 31 in 1995, a strong point of Korean education policy has been the commitment to the introduction of ECT in education. Therefore, e-learning is being promoted at all educational levels as a national strategy to integrate the population into the knowledge society and build an online learning educational community. The 7th national curriculum was main objective was to promote a new curriculum national in all public schools and new teaching methods, which were to attend an open education, especially specialized in the early years of school. The development and adaptation of education to the information society, July 1996. This plan is concretized in a reform of the educational system that aims to simulate the development of mental process and abilities, where they stand out as objectives of analytical thinking, pragmatic thinking, and dialectical thinking, critical and creative.
Information and Communication and Korea Telecom signed an agreement that sought to provide a free service and special discounts for 5 years and primary and secondary education in order to provide internet service in the classroom. Second plan prioritizes a series of lines of action that give importance to the issues of educational resource, improvement of computers, equipment, maintenance of the entire technological infrastructure, and in schools in the Office of Education. And EduNet is an educational service that allows both teachers, students, and the general public to have access to the educational information of interest and also to create learning communities. 10 pillars of the South Korea educational system, 5 educational is in the young development. South Koreans feel an absolute passion for education, which they see as the source of the economic growth. 2. The teaching is free and mandatory from 7 to 15 years old. There is a test of access to secondary school and selectivity to enter the university. 3. I'll invest in education. The government dedicates almost 7% of GDP, and in secondary schools, families invest 400 euros per month. 4. Policy, educational policies are long-term. Government changes do not affect educational laws, but curriculums are adjusted every 5 years to the needs of the country.
The number 5, the teachers are very respectful. Only the desk of each promotion access the race. Once in teaching, they undergo annual evaluation. The number 6, students receive more than 10 hours of class per day, between 6 and 7 hours in the school and 5 or 4 in an academy. They study 16 hours more per week than the OECD average. The number 7, competitiveness, governs the systems. The pressures is such that students are among the most unhappy in the world, with a high suicide rate. The number 8, students don't have time to play or relate. Socializing is considered a waste of time, and many schools censor courtships.
Premium of memorization against creativity. The important thing to the students acquire knowledge and the most is better. And 10, based on technology, digital competence is considered a priority, and teachers receive training to integrate ICT in their class.
Okay, we are going to say that South Korea education is one of the best quality education in the world, but all the times is not perfect because the children don't have time to relate, to play, to be in relation with the other children. They're so like stressful because they don't have time to play with to do other things. Okay, Pakistan is the country that we choose. Pakistan occupies a very low level in the PISA exam results 2012.
In this part is located Pakistan. Its capital is Islamabad. It's located in South Asia, and its language is Urdu and English.
Educational policy attempts to reform the educational system so far have had little success due to the low education budget. In recent years, both the Pakistani government and international authorities are promoting programs to encourage the schooling of the female population. And the Malala Fund works to ensure that all children, regardless of where they like, can go to school until grade 12, and this project has been consolidated and promoted by donation from important companies, for example Microsoft, the School Foundation, and other actors social.
Okay, the general characteristics of the education in Pakistan divide in 5. There is the first primary grade, that is in general. First primary grade, that is 1 to 5th grade. Secondary, like 9 to 10th grade. Middle, 6 to 8th grade. Intermediate, there is like a second, 12th and 11th grade. And university. Okay, that we are going to talk. There is these five. In the first, in primary, their students only learn the principal things that the elementary things to be. They like to consolidate their knowledge to continue in their education. Also, we can say that in Pakistan, only 71% of the students enroll in the primary school. There means that the 23 millions of students are deprived of the education. The education level in Pakistan is so low, additionally that we can say that the rate of alternative things is so low. We can say that there are more boys more girls starting than boys.
Main problems of the education system. One, the education system in Pakistan is divided into two segments: are private schools and government schools, which are half English and half Urdu respectively. Two, gender discrimination is the main problem they face in Pakistan.
The number 3, according to the Human Development Report, Pakistan places itself in the 136th position of only almost 49.9% of an educated population. According to UNESCO research, Pakistan is ordered to 130 out of a total of 120 registered UN members. The number 5, in government schools, many of the teachers are not fully trained. People who don't have the opportunity to get a desired job in any other sectors try their luck in the education sector.
Okay, the five problem is like the poverty is also one of the main factors because their parents don't have the economic successful to make that their children go to the school and get like a didactic education. The sixth problem is that their government don't do a good inversion in the education. Pakistan is one of their countries that have the 2% of money that enter to the government. Only the 2% enter to the education, and there is no good percent to invert in. I think that is very important. We have to promote the education because when you promote the education, there makes a better quality of them.